Hey everybody, what's up? Fred McKinnon here with eComCatalyst. Hey, Merry Christmas. It's December 20th, which is 5 days away from Christmas. It's a beautiful sunny Friday afternoon here on St. Simon's Island, Georgia. And man, this week has been absolutely crazy, and I am far from the first Amazon guy to get on here and tell you about the latest decision Amazon has made that has not made people happy at all. So let's talk about that here on this video. Now, just a week or so ago, I posted a video here and I was celebrating the good news. And in that video, and you can link and see the video here in the top of the screen. I'll kind of flash it up there for you if you want to go back and watch it. I was celebrating the rarity of good news from Amazon. And they had this huge, big release about how they weren't going to raise any fees or introduce any new fees in 2025. And we were like, what? Come on, that's crazy, man. Since when does Amazon make a decision that is good for third-party sellers, right? We were all shocked and we were celebrating and thinking it was too good to be true. And of course, a few days later, Amazon dropped the hammer and said, psych, gotcha. We're not going to have any new or increased FBA fees. But they made up for that by raising the fees for AWD, multi-channel fulfillment orders, multi-channel distribution orders. And anyway, all of that is in the two videos that I released last week. Go back on this channel and watch those. None of that rocked the universe like the announcement that came out yesterday, which is an update to Amazon's FBA inventory reimbursement policy. This one really was a serious punch in the gut. Okay, too long did not read. Here's the deal. In the past, when Amazon would lose your inventory, and believe me, it happens all the time, when they would lose your inventory and you call them out on it, then they would reimburse you. Either if they found the inventory, they would put it back into the bin so it's sellable again. But otherwise, they would reimburse you monetarily. And they would reimburse you based kind of on what you would have made had you sold the product. So if you had a $30 widget and Amazon took 15% out of that, and then they typically would charge you a little bit of money to fulfill it, whatever money you would have made at that retail selling price after their fees, that's what they would reimburse you. Well, now they've come back and said, we're not doing that anymore. If we lose it, we're only going to reimburse you what your manufactured cost is, your COGS, C-O-G-S, manufactured cost of goods sold. All right. Well, that's a huge difference, right? And it's a real punch in the gut because A, Amazon doesn't necessarily know what my manufactured cost of goods is. B, they're asking us to provide it, which a lot of people feel really sketchy about because they don't trust that Amazon will not use that against them. Okay, but let's get into the actual document that Amazon sent out. All right, they just sent it out. Update to the FBA reimbursement policy. Blah, blah, blah. We're updating it. You know, they always make it sound so good. They always make it sound like they have our best interest at heart. Effective March 10th, 2025, no idea why they picked that random date, we will reimburse you based on the product manufacturing cost of the affected inventory. Quote, manufacturing cost means your cost to source a product from a manufacturer, wholesaler, reseller, or produce the item if you're the manufacturer. It excludes costs such as shipping, handling, custom duties, or other costs. Big important sentence right there, okay? They're saying that your manufacturer cost should not include shipping, handling, customs duties, and other costs, okay? And then, I love this, to greater, quote, help you, what a joke, to greater help provide you greater control and accuracy. You can choose, Amazon says, how we determine your manufacturing costs for your products. We will provide an estimate for you. This estimate is based on a comprehensive evaluation of comparable products sold on Amazon by other sellers and through other wholesale channels. Well, that's big time BS, right? Here's why, okay? And then they go on to say, or you can provide your cost directly. If you don't provide your cost, we will automatically apply our estimate, which you can change when you're ready, okay? And they go on to tell you about, how they're constantly improving this and that and the other. But basically, everybody's really ticked off about this. Number one, they're saying that they'll only reimburse you on your manufactured cost, but they're saying you're not going to include the shipping and the customs and duties. Well, that's crazy because I had to pay for that. So if I had to pay for that, not to mention the fact that I had to pay money to ship the inventory from my facility into Amazon. So that's lost revenue there as well. All right. They're like, we're not going to count there. We're only going to call it the raw manufacturing cost of what it costs. Okay. Baloney. That's just stinks. It's terrible. All right. Then to make it worse, they say, if you don't provide us with your cost, we'll estimate it based on what we determine the cost is by competing sellers. Well, as you know, many of these sellers on Amazon are now Chinese manufacturers who are selling direct on Amazon. So obviously their cost is going to be dramatically different than my cost here in the United States. All right. So it actually might cost me $9 per widget to have to pay $4 to have it manufactured in China, and then have to pay $1 a unit in ocean freight to get it over here, and to pay 25 to 35+% in tariffs and everything else. Okay. And yeah, somebody's going to say, well, that's what you get for sourcing in China. Well, we don't always just source in China, but that's an example. Okay. All right. Well, when the Chinese sellers are selling on Amazon with their really fun, crazy, made up Chinese seller names on Amazon, it's sold by some word you can't pronounce. Regardless, okay? When they're selling at a different price because they have a completely different cost structure because they are the manufacturer, okay? They don't have any markup there. They're the manufacturer. So it's completely unfair for Amazon to assume that my manufactured cost is similar or the same as some other competitor who is doing that. It's just ludicrous. All right. So yeah, it really felt like a punch in the gut. All right. Now, I will say I saw a post on LinkedIn today, and the guy was basically saying everybody's all ticked off about this, but the truth is it was time because Amazon knew it was time, because for us as sellers to get reimbursed the full price of the product, the sale price minus fees, seemed a little too good to be true. And you know what? He's right. I have to agree with that. Okay. Because look, I've had them lose my inventory before, and I got 100 units lost, and they reimbursed me every penny that I would have made had I sold those 100 units. Only I didn't have to spend money on ads to sell those units. So I actually made more profit on them losing my product than I did the other way around. But it's totally different when my inventory is gone, it's lost, and I'm only getting reimbursed on what I actually paid to have it manufactured. And then I have to argue and debate that with Amazon. There should be a happy medium somewhere in between. But it's been a firestorm on LinkedIn. It's been a firestorm on Facebook. It's been a firestorm on Reddit. And to be quite honest with you, as a content creator about Amazon and e-commerce channels, there's kind of this pressure, this tension. When I see news like that, I've got to jump online and make a YouTube video and upload it right away because I want to be the first to break this news. I was just exhausted. It's like, I'm over it, man. I just, all of these updates. And then the worst part is a few hours later, Amazon resends the same email they sent weeks ago about how they're not going to raise fees. So it was really rubbing salt in the wound. Completely tone deaf to a multi-billion-dollar company with record profits, really just fleecing the pockets of third-party sellers. I say that, yet I own eComCatalyst, a full-service Amazon channel management agency. And despite all of my crying and whining here today, I still believe it's the best marketplace for sellers. I still believe it's the best opportunity for brand owners to sell their product to millions and millions and millions of qualified buyers who want to buy your products. I still wholeheartedly believe in it. I, as a seller with my own products, my own brands, I'm all in selling on Amazon. I'm still there, all in. Did I make a little less profit this year? Yes. Did they take more fees this year? Yes. Do these decisions frustrate the daylights out of me? Yes. Do I think about, screw it, I'm going to leave it all completely and just sell on my own site? Every now and then, but I know how hard that is. And I know how much it takes to acquire customers to do that. So, no way. It's still awesome to be on Amazon. And but we have to come and vent when we get frustrated. So that's all this is. It's just a little Friday afternoon vent. I don't know when you're going to be watching this video. It could be right away today, or you know what? It could be some other time, weeks from now, months, or years from now. But I want you to know what's going on. You can check your own emails if you're an Amazon seller and you'll see this. If you have questions about it, drop a comment. If you're as annoyed by this announcement as I am, drop a comment. Let me know about it. Let's just have a rant party right in the comment thread of this YouTube video. I appreciate you watching. I always end by thanking you. I just started this channel in the last year, right? With 20 years of experience, I was like, I've done this for 20 years. I like to talk. The camera doesn't bother me. I enjoy networking. I enjoy making content. It's fun. And so, I thought there's so many other people out there. Why do this? But you are subscribing and you are watching. Blesses me, blesses my heart big time. I think, we're just adding more subscribers every day, more watch hours every day. And I couldn't be more thrilled about that because I know that some of you are getting the help that you need. And I'm happy to be a part of that. If you need to jump on a call, ask some questions, visit us at eComCatalyst.com. But hey, here on YouTube, make sure and hit that subscribe button. And I want to wish you a Merry Christmas if you're watching this during the time that I'm recording it. Otherwise, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.